talking to a guy that claims to be interested in dating you and you say something like, oh, I'm going to get my nails done or my hair, I'm going to the mall, and he does not offer to send you money to contribute to that, you need to block him, and you need to block him quickly, okay? We don't have time to be talking to men that cannot contribute to our lives, even in the smallest of ways. Not in this economy.
The delusion. And you wonder why, right? Men are asking women what you bring to the table. Because just like she doesn't have time for, dealing with men that don't do nothing for her. Men don't have time for women to just drain resources from men and they get nothing in return. That's equality that women ask for. So that's why more and more men are asking women, what do you bring to the table? What does he get in return for his effort? Because it always feels like like a one-way street with women. That you need to give before you can take, right? And that's how dating is, right? You pay for you put in the effort to get to know her. You put in effort to figure out what kind of date that would make her happy. You pay for the date. You put in all this effort, and then what do you get? Her time, because you're spending time on her too. You're spending your time on her. Getting to know her. I mean, she's getting to know you. This is the thing, where dating has always been so unequal, and men have been fine with it, right? That's reality. But now more and more men are waking up because women are preaching that they're independent, they're strong, that they don't need no man, or that they can do things their own, or that whatever, right? So men are coming up and now, you know what, fine. Well, if you want to date, what do I get? How does this benefit me, right? What do I get in return for the effort I'm putting? And I want that return right now. While I'm putting in effort, I need effort back right now. It's not a promise that, when we become boyfriend and girlfriend, when we get married, that's when I get the effort. No. A lot of men don't want that anymore. They want the effort up front. They want to know what they're getting into right then and there, right? And this is the thing where women don't understand. They did it. They created this dating dynamic, right? Preaching that they're, strong, independent women, that they don't need no man, that they have their own, that they want more emotionally intelligent men, that they want men with, that higher value, men that respect themselves, have self-respect, men that believe that they are going somewhere, they have requirements, they have standards, they have preferences. So this is something that women won't be able to understand and deal with because they won't see that they are the cause of the new age men.
There are a lot of people who hate when other black women say or encourage black women to marry out and open up your marriage options. But the fact of the matter is that we want to see black women happy. It's not a hate towards black men. It's none of that. It's not a self-hatred. I love my blackness. I'd just rather see you marry out than see you marry down. And that has unfortunately been the trend for most black women. We have rathered and been encouraged to date and marry down before we will date and marry out. And there's just no need for that to continue. So yes, I will always encourage black women to date and marry out before they ever decide to date and marry down. Because I want to see them marry well. Because it makes a difference. Love you so much. Stay soft.
Here's my controversial opinion. I think women give each other terrible advice. This is a thing where it flabbergasts me, right? That you think people marry down, right? Someone below you, someone less than you. I think that's ridiculous. People usually marry out of love, right? That they love each other. Or that they marry out of convenience. So usually people marry up or because of love. So no one encourages anyone to marry down. I think the problem with a lot of, let's say, in the black community is that they don't even encourage marriage at all. That's the thing, right? And this is the thing, right? I date predominantly black women, right? My dating history has been predominantly black women. So, I mean, I love black women, and I think they should have their options open. But the thing is that this mindset that this woman is trying to portray is poison. It doesn't help you when you go outside of your race, right? It doesn't help you when you're inside your race. So it doesn't help you. The problem is, like I said, most people, they marry for love, right? The problem is that they don't vet the partner well enough or long enough. This is the thing where, yes, you love the person, but you ignore red flags and you don't really investigate or understand them well enough, all their characteristics, right? Would they be a good father? Would they be a good husband? Are they, what kind of relationship are they into? Provider, protector, or 50-50? It's like, there's more to it, right? What's their morals, their characters? What's their principles, right? How do they act? Right? How do they act around people? Do they have a criminal rap sheet, right? What kind of job do they have? Do they have a job? It's like there's so much to it. The problem, right, with women is that they purely marry on just love. That's it. That they love the person, or that it's convenient that this person can provide. But that's it. It's very one-dimensional. You don't figure out more about your partner before you make critical steps, i.e. like having a child with a person or getting married with a person, right? You don't figure out, okay, will this person be an amazing father? Do they want to be a father, right? Do they want to be a father for your child? This is the thing where women just seem to not do enough investigation. You see women do investigation. Oh, if he cheats, I'm gonna figure it out. But hey, how about figuring out what type of man he is, right? Use your scales, your women intuition, figuring out what type of man he is. That's the thing, right? That is a better advice for women than marrying out and not marrying down. Marrying down, as you thinking that women marry men below them, it's like, it's so disrespectful, because like I said, women usually marry because they love the person, right? It's not about marrying someone below you, less than you. But like I said, a better advice is actually figuring out the person deeply, because you're making heavy commitment. You want to marry and not divorce. You want to have a child and not be separated. I mean, you want to have a child and not be separated from your partner. That's the thing, right? So what we got to do is vet. You should vet your partner. Your parents should vet your partner. Your friends, your siblings, more than just you. That's the thing. We don't vet our partners well enough. Back in the day, at least we have our parents to help vet our partners. Now we don't. We're doing it ourselves on pure whatever intuition we have. So it's faulty. So we need other eyes to help out. So those are better advice than marry out instead of marrying down. It's disrespectful to the person you want to be with, and it's a mindset that won't help you when you go outside, right? Because marrying, what, you're gonna marry up when you go outside? What? It's like, it's very superficial. It's not about marrying up or down. It's about marrying someone that you understand inside and out, that you deeply know, that you cannot be surprised by what they do because you know them deeply.
Understand about most black women that I know. Most of us, contrary to popular belief, don't just want a man. We want the man that we want. We want a man that we desire. We want a man that we're actually attracted to, physically, emotionally, psychologically, intellectually. And if you're not that, you know what I mean?
A whole lot to ask. Nowadays.
It is a lot to ask.
It's not a lot to ask.
I actually think it is.
No, I swear to God, everybody trying to convince us that we need to accept the bare minimum needs to go somewhere. No, that is not a lot to ask. I swear to God, the bar's in hell.
No, but I agree with you because
I
if
just
they
don't
have
want
all
it.
that,
Was
they
the
want
end of my
low.
point.
Yeah, they want
So
someone
if
that
if
can
you're
control.
not all of those things, if I don't desire you, I really don't want you. Real boss men, they do not desire a financial or an intellectual equal. They are not attracted to it. It is a turn off. The PP goes, burr, burr, burr. It does. I'm telling y'all the truth. They did not go to law school, L'Oreal, so they could end up with a peer. They went to law school, they went to medical school, they went to Harvard MBA so that they could be the dominant, so that they could run the shop.
We're all single here on this panel. Are you single?
I am definitely single.
I'm newly single
Yeah.
I've been single a very long time.
Yeah.
and
Single.
and all successful,
Yes.
which is scary. So it is that hard,
It is,
right?
it's-
We're
yeah.
saying it's not that hard, but you have 4 successful women.
The insanity, right? The absolute insanity. There's a few things that they talk about, and I would like to, I will probably cover it on my YouTube channel, so check it out. But this is the thing, right? The bar is never low. This is a thing where a lot of women seem to not grasp. Women have never made the bar low for men in general. What women can't seem to grasp is that they only make the bar low, or they take away rules, right? They don't give rules, in a sense, to the men that they are attracted to, have sex with, because none of these women are virgins, okay? So if they have dealt with men that are supposedly met the bar, then they wouldn't have a problem. No, it's that, there are men that they are attracted to, want to be with, that didn't meet that bar, okay? And so they gave them their time and their body. But it's usually the men that date them, right? The men that want to be with them, right? The men that are attracted to them, the men that go after them, that they set the bar high. Women have always set the bar high for men in general. They've only, like the whole saying, where there's rules for the men that you don't want, and there's no rules for the men that you do want, right? Because you think about this, like, women have always said, I want a 6 foot, 6 figures, 6 inches, him to be loyal, him to, like, we've heard it dozens of times. The bar is never low for women. The women, like I said, women only see the bar as low is because women entertain men that don't meet those bars. But these men are maybe attractive or some kind of quality that outshines other men and they are attracted to. But these men don't completely meet their standards. And another thing is that she talked about men that they become accomplished and then they just want women to dominate. No. Because this is the thing where women seem to not understand. If you become a successful person, usually you're an A-type personality, like, aggressive, not agreeable, just a leader type person. Even women that become, successful, they become the men that they want. But this is the problem, right? Where things become arguments, things become difficult, things become just annoying to deal with. There's no peace. And a lot of men at that status, right? They want to be the leader. It's what they say goes. These women, it's not about dominant. It's about being a leader and someone following your leadership. It's not about like you being a leader and you getting a woman that's also a leader type, alpha type thing, where you say something and she says something and you're fighting who gets the last say. That's the relationships that these women essentially are suffering from. And they seem to not understand. No man, especially a successful man, wants to deal with a woman where he's arguing all the time. Nothing he says goes, right? Only bringing him chaos and not peace. That's the thing. And men that make a lot of money, men that are successful, why would they need a woman that's equal to them? Right? In financial sense. Because women typically don't spend money on men. You don't spend any money on dates. You don't usually spend money on trips, gifts, or anything. Maybe special occasions, but usually it's men that's spending money on women. So women having money, it's great for them, but it means nothing to men because really wealth transfer is usually men towards women, not women towards men. That's the thing. So that's why women being successful is not attractive. I mean, it's not like necessarily a minus, but it doesn't attract men to you, right? That's the thing that women seem to not understand. That doesn't make you more attractive that you're making money, that you're successful, because it doesn't benefit a man in any way. And women seem to not understand that. So I'm gonna go into more of this, but please check out my YouTube if you want to hear more.